Welcome back to another episode of the Nikki and Bree Show. And oh my goodness, we have a very special treat for you all. I'm very excited for this episode, Bree.
Oh, I know you are.
I know. So as everyone should know, and if you don't, you better now, Dancing with the Stars is premiering this Tuesday, season 32, by the way.
Can't
I think
wait.
I was on 25. That's how long it's been. But they're having history made this Tuesday. They are going live on ABC and Disney Plus. So this is a big night, everyone. But what makes it even bigger and better
What?
is this team that's about to come on because they are going to be the Mirrorball champions. It's my husband, Artem, and he got lucky enough to be paired up with season 20 of The Bachelorette, who's been one of the best bachelorettes, Charity Lawson.
That's right.
Welcome to the show, you guys.
Thank you, guys.
So you guys, Bree and I were like, we're so excited. We feel like we have so many questions, but first, Charity, we're going to talk to you.
Yes.
And I know this is a redundant question, but for listeners, let's start from the beginning. When you got the call to do Dancing with the Stars, what was the feeling?
Well, the thing is, I got the call before I got actually like confirmed, and I was like, when I was approached with like just the offer, I was like, oh, okay, like it was definitely something I wanted to do, but then I was like, I don't think I'm like they're gonna actually like give it to me. And so it was after the final rose for like the first time me and Dalton were announced as like an engaged couple. He was the one that actually broke the news to me and said that you're gonna be on the show, and I was like freaking out because I was like, how long did you like have this secret in the back of your pocket? But I mean, I had so much excitement. I truly like came in with like no expectations, but like this is definitely like a journey of its own already, and we are just beginning. So yeah.
I know, right? Well, and you have to be honest, because I know he's, to your right. I think that's where it's at.
Yeah.
What was your thought when you guys did the first meet and you saw that you had Artem as a
Oh my goodness, I was excited, but I will be honest, I knew like everyone was like, Artem's a little tough. So I was like, okay, but I was like, I knew that's like what I needed. And so from like how I work and how I learn best, like I need someone that's going to push me. And so I was like, real honestly, like overall truly excited. And then of course, like he had Caitlin, and me and Caitlin are like super close, and we talked a lot, and she was like, I hope you get Artem. So I was like super stoked.
I love that. No,
That's
it's
great.
And it's true because you were a cheerleader, and cheerleaders are incredible athletes. And that's what I feel like. Artem gets tough. And I remember towards the end of our season, it was moments. But what I loved about him, especially when you come in as an athlete, you appreciate what especially he does and some of the other pros, because you need to be pushed like that. Because I was like, okay, I could go wrestle in front of over 100,000 people, and it could be the hardest match, but nothing compared to the ballroom every week.
Literally nothing.
So you need that. Yeah, it's
totally different.
Craziest experience. Yeah. So I told Artem when I heard there start to get rumblings of people, but they don't know who they have. Artem, did I not tell you? I was like, I hope you get Charity.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I see so much potential, and just put him in his place, Charity. He is the biggest sweetheart, but you just give it back.
Okay.
He's a sweetheart, but
I'm not
text
quite
me.
there yet.
that is a perfect coach.
Stop teaming up over here. Come on.
He's like, he doesn't like this.
No, it's
Yeah.
actually no, it is good. It's good to hear other people's perspective on it too. I think it's obviously when people coming to the show, they have a certain expectation of what it's gonna be like, but I don't think it's fully what it is until you actually get there.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, be extremely over-prepared and be pushed as far as you can, because you can't achieve the greatness if you're not going to push yourself. And it's always been my goal as a coach and as a dancer, like, whenever I start dancing, I kind of realized if you're feeling comfortable where you are, you're not really progressing and improving. You have to really kind of get through the, I don't say struggle.
Yeah, well, it
but,
is.
But
Yeah.
you know, like you kind of have to go there in order to get the result.
Yeah.
Because if you're just doing it and everything just works and fine and peachy, like people don't see the actual like the progress of
Yeah.
it. I think it's So,
Well,
but
and-
again, and yes, I am kind of tough.
No, but you know what, Charity, you can't for my advice, especially like with Artem, but what I wish I did more of was sometimes you feel bad because you're like, okay, they know the dance when they start to teach it, but I wish I made him, when I got it, that I kept going over it more and more.
Okay.
So that when I went out there live, because sometimes my nerves would overtake, and I wish I knew it even better. So if you want him to go over it 100 times with you, just make him do that and don't feel bad, because that's one regret I wish. Like, I wish I did that more. Mm-hmm. And then it's also to care more about the packages every week, because you're just so busy learning. I was like, I wish I was more invested on and more part of the story they wanted to get from me every week, because then I feel like I was kind of being portrayed as the bad girl, or just the girl that's like, rah, like, you know, wrestler.
yeah.
And I wish I had more moments of like putting heart in it. Now, when they wanted me to cry about my neck, I was like, okay, absolutely not. Like, I slam women for a living. Not crying in the tango. Ain't gonna happen. But like, those are my two things that like.
But it is important to have depth, because I love watching every season, and the stories you want to cry with people. You want to root
break
for them.
your walls down. Yeah, that's what I realized. The view, which you're, I mean. I'm a crier. Bachelorette.
Well, no, I'm a crier. Yeah. Artem does. I'm a crier.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I cry. It's just like the way I release. Like, it could, like, I could be happy and I'm gonna cry. I could be angry. I'm gonna cry. I could be frustrated. It's just like I got to get it out. So
yeah,
that's just
good.
how I do
But good
it.
for you. That's,
So
you got to get it out.
So tell us, how's your first week been? A lot of tears, or how's it going?
Not too many tears, but there's been moments. And that's just on my end. Nothing.
I've been crying a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Nothing with Artem, but I just like. I know, like, I think he also recognizes my potential. And then, like, when I'm not getting something and I know, like, I just did it good, like, 5 times or, like, 20 times, and then I start doing it bad, I'm like, what's going on? And so I'm like trying to get it to like click in my brain, and then I just get frustrated with myself. But overall, like, I will say I have picked up certain things super quickly. I mean, he's a phenomenal teacher, so he really has, I always say, we joke about it, it's like, it has to break it down to like preschool level for me. So we have like certain things that are just like truly A, B, C, D.
We do a lot of alphabet,
yeah, but it helps me. Like, I need it to, like, I'm a visual learner too, so like I need to see like step 1, step 2, step 3. So all of that has helped me so much. So it's been such a good week. My body is in a lot of pain. But that's what's gonna come with this.
Right. And are you guys allowed to say, I mean, are you guys allowed to say what dance you're working on, or no? Are you?
I actually don't know.
I don't know either.
We haven't really been told anything.
Maybe we don't say.
Well, but how about
case.
what style of dance, Charity, are you looking forward to most?
The one when I first got the call for Dancing with the Stars, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do all these styles. I was like foxtrot, which I know is like super hard, but I know it was like every time I say that, they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. No, I know that one's gonna be one that's really gonna push me, but like I really want to like master that one. So
yeah, and you got such a great partner for foxtrot.
Exactly.
Got like Fred Astaire over there. Look at him.
That's my middle name.
Yeah,
that is one that I was so happy I didn't get.
Artem Vladimirovich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then we have to know, is your brother going to be making an appearance the first night, disguised, maybe walking around backstage?
Hilarious. He will not be there for the first night, but he will be joining, hopefully, as I progress later in the season. So I'm excited.
Are you going to have any family? Well, obviously,
yeah, they're like
Don
probably
will be
all
there.
going to come. Yeah. I think if not week 2, they're definitely, hopefully I can make it to week 3. So they'll definitely be there for like the next 2. But for the first night, it'll just be Dotton, my fiance, and then a couple friends. So yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, Artem, you working with Charity this past week.
Yes.
What dance do you think people are gonna be mind blown about? Like, because I feel like you're really good at knowing someone's style.
Oh, great.
What do you think will like blow people away?
You know what? I actually don't know this time around. Just because everything what we've tried so far has actually been like great. So, like at first when I almost revealed the first dance. So the first dance we're doing is the ballroom style. It's not a Latin. And the first dance when we started doing it, I was like, oh, definitely gonna be great in ballroom, like frame and hold and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But today we kind of like try to do the week 2 dance as a Latin week. So it's going to be everybody will do just the Latin dance. And we did a little bit of a charge, and I was like, oh, actually that also, like it's shaping up good. Just even trying like simple things and it looked great. So I think there is no like a limitation to what would be better, what's not. I think it's about maybe executing certain dances better than not. But I don't know. You felt good in Chachi. You felt like actually I feel more comfortable because I'm like by myself in a way, right? Mm-hmm. As Tang, Again, almost revealed again. As the ballroom, you're kind of stuck in the frame, and you have to like maintain the frame and maintain the seal making steps. I think it's so. Yeah, I think I actually don't know. What are you feeling better? I'm sure you're just familiar with the week one.
That's
dance,
what I'm saying. So I
it's
feel
hard.
like as I like go on, I think what he said. I think there's going to be like not a dance that I won't be. I don't want to say not good at, but I think there'll be ones that like certain elements that I will just like be able to like execute a lot better. So we'll see. But week one's looking decent so far. Yeah.
No, I think the first dance is going to be great. We're getting a lot of good responses so far from like
the live right?
Well, not from the live because we did a wide. So we usually do a wide for the director to see it because he needs to like structure how he's going to shoot with the camera angles. And so far we got like great response from like creative team, like great job you guys, and so I think I think it's gonna be good.
I'm excited. Okay, now question for you both. So because obviously this is a competition, so when you start to see everyone else getting revealed and everyone's posting on social, because obviously I still follow all the dancers, who do you think is gonna be like your competition this season?
I haven't seen anybody actually. To be honest,
that's the thing. I think
I haven't seen anyone.
I mean, they all are going to be great.
It's a great season. Yeah,
it really is. I'm
Great
trying
cast.
to think just based off of like what I've seen on live, but like no one's really revealed anything, and I haven't actually fully seen anyone like do dance moves. I think Ariana's going to be great. I really feel like Tyson might be a dark horse, or like he might really just come out the gate cut.
I can see that.
With the smile.
I mean, Artem plugged your ears, but when I saw that Tyson was on there, I was like, oh shit. I mean, I had such a crush on him when I was young because that was like our generation of like supermodels. Yeah, we looked up to.
He was
and
like
was
the
all about
90s.
Tyson
Yeah.
Oh my
iconic.
gosh.
So I
I immediately
like
text one of my friends like, did you see who's doing dancing? No, I'm getting a photo. Okay, you can unplug yours now.
Wasn't plugged from a get-go, so it's fine.
Goodness me, and Nicole.
Well, I mean, it was I'm excited.
Excited.
Don't worry,
That's okay.
you're getting my 10
that's
votes,
totally
Artem.
fine. No,
10 plus 10 more.
I'm totally good. You get excited. That's fine.
No, but I really do think that they're all going to be great. Yeah, it's just going to be just who brings it on live days.
Right. I feel like it's totally going to be a lot with story driven. I mean, it's going to be, you have to go in every week total package. Like, have to bring it all for sure because of the competition. And a lot of people have, like, you already know a lot of people's stories. Obviously, Ariana right now, like, it's all about that.
Yeah.
So I could already, you put that to music and dance, I'm sure it's going to have a lot of those kind of stories. And I just think of some of the other people, Mauricio, right?
Oh,
Mauricio,
yeah.
I think.
I feel like he's
we're gonna get a
good,
divorce dance.
I know.
Like,
No.
Yeah, for sure. I will survive.
little divorce waltz. Yeah.
That was
survive.
that was my mom's like divorce song.
No, she loved also the Toby Keith one.
No, and she like boots were made for walking.
Yeah, but that was
That's a good
karaoke.
one.
But the Toby Keith, This Is My Life. He's actually getting honored at the. I meant to text mom, but I can't be at your guys' opening night. I'm really sad, but Mateo and I are going to Nashville for the first ever People's Choice Country Awards, and they're doing it live from the Grand Ole Opry. Toby Keith is being honored that night.
Oh wow,
that was like my mom's guy when she got divorced. Her dad. It was like on repeat. He has this one about owning your life, and damn.
Oh my God.
Well, good for you. So I have a question, Charity. Is
Good for you. For me, you mean for her?
yeah, for whoever. I can care less.
Rude Brie. Rude Brie.
She's the
So
sassy one.
back to you, Charity. So I have a question. So Datum, is he there with you this whole season? Is he staying in LA?
He will be arriving tomorrow. So we are super. I know it's been like just. As y'all know, it's like just so hard, but he's on the East Coast, so like the time difference. So he will be here and tomorrow, and will be remaining with me until the end. So, yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
That is so cute. We'll have to all four go on a double date.
we definitely do.
And then I'll have to sit with him at one of the shows.
You will.
when I get to make it.
Yes, he's
So,
super excited.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, a question we got through social media, which I was like, oh, this is a really great question.
great.
Because we always know there's Disney Week. what character do you guys want to play? I mean, more it's for you, Charity. Like, what character do you want to portray that night?
Yeah, I mean, I saw Little Mermaid with Holly. I'm not saying that right. Holly. Oh my God. Yes. I love like her. Yes, Holly. Yeah. Love her rendition of it. So I don't know, Little Mermaid. Like that whole album is just like insane. Oh, yeah. And then like growing up, I was just in love with like Cinderella. Pocahontas was like one of my favorites, and then of course like Princess Tiana. So like that's like a very like jazzy theme, so we might do that, something with that, but yeah, those are like my favorites, so hopefully I get to channel one of those.
Oh my God, those are good characters. Strong characters too.
Exactly, they all have like yes.
Oh,
and can you like kind of put in a recommendation like, oh, I'd love Oh, I didn't know. If you can like kind of say like, I'd love one of these.
Yeah, I definitely, when they asked me, I was like, these are the ones like top 4. And then I was like, these are like my favorite songs. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
I love that.
And what about Halloween? Do you guys get to dress up? I remember last year.
We do. That's why I'm like, I just don't know what.
And it's actually on Halloween night.
It is.
Yeah,
like the show
Tuesday
is on the
night,
31st, which is crazy. I actually need to talk about that and see what we want to like do. But I haven't really thought deep.
It's
like
probably like week 8, so
late.
It's like
way down there.
Yeah, Artem's looking all stressed out.
My
choreography. He's like sweating.
I know, but I think
it's in the week 2. You only think of week 8.
Yes, I love thinking about outfits and costumes, and Halloween's been a big talk in my house the last couple days.
It's just so crazy that it's already October or about to be. Yeah,
right.
I know.
Wild. It is wild.
Yeah.
Or how about Taylor Swift? Are you a Swiftie?
Of course, I'm not like a major one, but I do love her. Did you guys go see her in concert?
No. Artem and I were supposed to in Nashville, and then last minute we decided it would have kept us an extra night away from Mateo, and for me it had already been 11.
Oh wow.
And then it happened to me when there was that thunderstorm and she was delayed till like midnight.
10 hours.
Yeah. So,
my God.
That being my age, I probably would have been a little grumpy and would have just headed home. I've been like, Artem, let's just go to a bar. But so we never got to see her. But I know she's headed overseas, and I think she added more here in Florida or somewhere. So I would love to catch it. I love everything she represents, and the whole Eras thing, and I love Taylor. I've seen her before live and many years ago, and that's when I got hooked on her because I was so impressed with her live. So hopefully one day, you and I, remember we were talking about going the LA one.
Right. It's crazy because I'm not really into her music. Like now my kids are kind of asking me to play her, but all this noise around all her shows. I'm like, I feel like I need to go to one.
Exactly.
And just see what this is all about. 'Cause everyone's like feeling transformed when they walk out of there.
You do. I mean, but I get it with her. You do. But I think because she's super honest, like she doesn't, she's not up there acting like she's just like a perfect angel and has this like everything's perfect. And so I think that's where people fall in love with her. She goes through the different eras of life.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't know. But my son, so Artem, I haven't told you this, but I was like, I'm going to put on Taylor Swift for him today when we were coming home from school. Because you know how you were telling me your kids are listening to it?
My kids love her music.
Mateo goes, I don't like. And I'm like,
no. Don't like.
He's obsessed with country. His favorite song, literally, Blake Shelton, the acoustic version of Austin. If he is crying in the car seat, which Artem I know, if I forget to bring him a cookie or something like that, and he gets really upset at me, I put on Blake Shelton, Austin, acoustic version, and he's so happy. And lately he's been listening to a lot of Zach Bryan.
Okay.
He's on the Zach Bryan train.
Well, he or you?
Well,
I don't know if Mateo can pop in.
No, but what I'm saying is he's not saying I don't like. He gets very like
in the zone.
But also, what's really cute is fight songs like my anthem.
Oh.
So when we're driving, I go the waves, and I'm like fight song, and I do all these like explosion. I do hand motions. So today, right when I put it on, before I did anything, Mateo looked at me and he goes,
oh,
he's like doing this. So he likes fight songs. Yeah,
his little hand movements.
So how many years do you think? I mean, I know you're not even married, but kids, like,
it's so funny because I literally asked Dotton this like last night or 2 nights ago because we were just like having like a live conversation, and I was like, when do you want kids? Like, I just want to like make sure we're on the same like page. And he was like, I mean, like 2 years, a year. And I was like, a year? I was like, we got to go down the aisle and then the kids. Yeah. So maybe like, I mean, for me, I definitely like maybe by 30, I'm like 27, so I have time. But yeah, I'm not in like too much of a rush. I think just because he's like a little bit older than me, like he's like ready to be a dad. But we talked about it, so we're just gonna give ourselves some time because like right now life is just it's everywhere.
I mean, you're in it. Like just even being in New York, you're everywhere. That had to be so cool to see yourself in Times Square.
Oh my goodness! I keep like when we were there for Dancing with the Stars, I forgot my billboard. Like I thought it was coming down after the season was over with, and so we were walking, and I just looked up. I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's me!" And it's sorry, that was my phone. It's just like so weird to see myself still up there. And so like that was our first time together. Me and Dawn actually got a picture in front of it because when it came out or when it was first like put up, we were in hiding, so like I couldn't be there with him, and he had to go see it on his own. So we finally got like our picture together. Yeah, it was sweet.
Oh, that's so, look at, I got chills like everywhere. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. I love that. I had a question with that and I was staring at Artem. What's like the feeling? I mean, because you come like, I mean, the Bachelor Nation, and by the way, Bachelor Nation, you better show up and vote for them every week.
You don't even
get
have to
your
tell
friends
them. They
and
do
family
it.
to vote. Yeah, I'm going to be on it even with the Bachelorettes and the Bachelors. Everyone
absolutely
needs to come through, right?
Yes. Truly do.
But like you're in this because like with your season, you guys, you went pretty much straight into this. Like how is that like you're doing your life and then you're the Bachelorette and now it's just successful season and now you're on Dancing with the Stars.
I mean, well, when I really think about it and look at my life like a year ago, so like before Bachelor, obviously I was on Bachelor. So like this time last year, I was literally getting ready to go film for The Bachelor. And so it's just, I've had like maybe like 3 months total of just like nothing else going on in the past year. It's all just been like go, 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 go. And then after we got announced as an engaged couple, it's like we had like that brief like 2-week period of just like really soaking it all in and like coming to terms like, okay, this is our life. This is our life now. And then here we are like dancing away. But we're both like super happy and super like we're in a great place truly. It's just one of those things we also talk about a lot. It's just like adapting. This is like the new normal, and almost in a way like how I like to perceive it is like a little bit does come with like grieving your old life of like how life used to be before all of this like happens. And so I find myself like I have my moments where I'm like super excited and I'm like in the moment, I'm thriving. But then it's like when I have like my downtime, I'm like, oh, like, you know, I could just be like walking down the street or just doing something normal that I was doing like a year ago. But like now it's like not the same. So yeah.
Well, and then you're going to be on this stage that's
I know.
So huge.
A whole new fan base.
Right? A whole new fan base.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for after this? And maybe that's too far ahead, but I don't know. Like, is there anything that you think in your head of this is where I want to get to and go?
Or that you'd love to do?
I get asked this a lot, and like I definitely feel like, I mean, so before all of this, like I did therapy, like I worked with like kids, and so I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go back necessarily that to like full time, but hopefully like I get to do something, like whether I really don't see myself being like a motivational speaker or anything like that, but like I want to like use my platform to some good. So I don't really know necessarily what that looks like, but also a lot of people were saying like you would do great at like interviewing on like red carpets, like being a correspondent and stuff like that. Just in my therapy skills could translate over to that. So we'll see. I kind of have a vision for that. Don't really know how that's going to look, but like right now we're just, it's a step-by-step thing. Truly.
Yes,
for sure.
Like you speak so well. So you would be great at that.
Thank you.
And enjoy every step too. Because like we all said, it's already almost October. So you want to enjoy the ride.
Yeah. And I mean, kind of the next step is what's the team name? I mean,
I know
people are posting their name.
They keep saying Chartum, but I don't know if I like the way that Chartum.
I
don't know if I like
Sounds
that
like
sounds.
yeah.
I don't think I like
mean,
it.
it's really on the nose though. It's like that's down to what it is.
Yeah.
Chartum.
Yeah.
Chartum.
Yeah, it sounds like
Chartum.
I feel like it sounds like
Like a
my
shark.
kids trying to say Artem's name.
They say it.
They call him Uncle A, but I feel like if they try to say Artem, it sounds like
I
Artem.
mean, what? Yeah, you got. Well, I love how Gleb's team is like Team Mirabelle. Like I was like, yeah, they
That
just
was
went
good.
right
Yeah,
there.
we
Is
gotta
that-
think of that.
Yeah.
I don't
Mira?
like the combo
Mira.
names. I don't
Combo
like the-
names, yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
Uh-oh,
You
what
got
do
to figure it out. You got to get the
Great.
announcement.
Now I'm gonna like lose sleep tonight because I'm gonna be thinking about
Thinking,
it.
yeah.
I mean, any suggestion
I was
would
gonna say,
be
we are
welcomed,
open to suggestions,
please.
truly.
That would great. I mean, we've just been rehearsing really quite a lot. Like, we only literally did the first, like, a live thing yesterday for the first time. It was like, okay, people have been kind of crazy. Like, what are you guys not posting anything? So it's tough. It's like once
It
you
is
like
tough.
once you step on it, like in the rehearsal room, right? You just like have this plan, right?
Tunnel vision.
And even if you have breaks, it's like water break, maybe a little bit snack break, but it's like you don't
You're
want
in
to
the
take your
zone.
focus away from like, okay, let's do some social stuff. And I get it. It's part of it in the process. And I think now it's really important to be able to do so. But it's just like transitioning from one to another. Or you do it the first thing you walk into rehearsal, or you do it after rehearsal.
Right.
But I feel
Yeah.
like getting in between is just like lose that flow, I think.
And I
Why
was like-
don't
sorry.
you, and I don't know if you can because I know there's time slots, but can you like make it to where you go in 30 minutes before and you know that's social and then right when
we
9
should
a.m.
we should
hits
start
or 1
getting
p.m.
that
hits?
kind of like
A schedule.
scheduled.
Just pencil
Okay.
it
Yeah.
in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Because
should.
honestly, that's what it's all about nowadays. Like
I know.
I was literally in a conversation with two women yesterday. I got microblading done, and they were even saying how they have to now put in their schedule because they'll notice when their eyebrow business is down if they're not posting as much, and it's up, and it's like, and we're all talking how exhausting it is, but that like
So
you just have to
exhausting.
pencil it in.
We literally were talking about it. I think when we did it yesterday, I was like, I have such a problem, and it's just like now, like being with this like platform that I have, I'm not like always on my phone. I was never like a huge social media girl before, and so it's like I'm just so like always focused on like being present. I forget, and so now it's like I
Yeah.
know like, oh, people don't care what it is, they just care that you post. So it's like just having to do it, and I like don't think about it, but it's like something that I have to actively think, and I hate
Yeah.
that, but it's for you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But what a beautiful thing that you're so present.
I
Don't
know.
lose that.
Don't lose
I
that.
love
Yeah.
that. Hey, what if you guys were Velvet Rose? Because they call Artem Velvet Rose, the Bachelorette.
Oh wait,
That's
I like
a good
that.
idea. That's very good. And I do
She's
though
like,
feel
I had
like
a better
Charity's name. So yeah, I was like,
That's what
That's
she
a
said.
good idea.
that's a good.
Artem's
I
like,
mean, it was good, but I feel because Charity has such a great name
know,
that
that
it
is a
should
good
be
name.
Charity with something like it should like you should use the name Charity.
Okay.
Do you know? Right?
Do you have
I know,
something?
I don't know.
She's
I
like
know.
just
I'm
charity.
So I'll get back to you guys.
Okay.
Just gonna-
But I do like Velvet
No, but
Rose.
Velvet Rose was really good.
It was a good idea for a couple minutes.
Look, she was like, that's what she was going. She was like thinking.
What could we do?
We'll keep
Okay,
that.
you guys.
Please think
well,
about it. Let us
before
know.
we let you all go, we always like to end our podcast as Art of the Nose with some inspiration affirmation. So speak to our listeners and get them on your side for the season, obviously, but give them that inspo to do so, right?
Inspo. I can't leave with this. Artem, you go first. Okay.
So every time you go into the ballroom, is there something you're going to tell yourself before you hear those 3 clicks and that song hits? What will you tell yourself? How will you get pumped up, motivated?
Yes. Okay. This is a good one because I feel like you tell me this all the time. Which is not a bad thing. It's like actually a great thing. To actually like, okay, so dance is never something that you just have to get through. Like each step there's a purpose. So I'm going to tell myself like I'm dancing with a purpose, and like this dance is a purpose. Like there's a reason why I'm doing it, and to truly like be focused on almost like intentionality, like making sure that there's intentionality behind every dance move that I'm doing, and that's what makes the dance.
I love that.
Yes.
That's incredible.
That is.
Amen.
And I think that is, yeah. And that is important to tell yourself that before you go out there, because then everyone will feel that.
Yeah.
And you guys now have a network, a streaming network watching. So you have a lot of eyeballs.
Right.
Yeah. Come next week.
It's
And Hulu next day.
Oh my gosh.
So many, so
3
many,
different
so many.
networks in 2 days. Oof.
Oof, I know. You said oof.
Oh my goodness.
Great.
Get
those
that
people
purpose.
watching.
All right, Artem.
Oh,
Gotta
now
take
it's my
us
turn.
home.
I thought we were only doing one.
Take us home. Well, we could. No, I mean, we could end it on that.
No, we can. No, I can. I can come up with something. I think it's God, I don't even want to go that way, but I guess I will.
Go for it.
For me personally, it's it's tough to be away, obviously, from a family, right? It's tough to be away from Matteo. So I think every time stepping that dance floor, it's like I want to do my absolute best at the time I'm away. Like I'm not wasting on something. I'm actually like really making it last, so that this time is like the sacrifice, not being present in his life day to day, that it's worth doing. Like it's actually, like it's important. Yeah.
Oh,
that's beautiful. And it goes back to purpose. Like you guys, literally your season seems like it's based on purpose.
Team purpose.
And we're proud of you, Artem. Team Charity's purpose.
Team Charity's purpose.
Team Velvet Purpose Charity.
Yeah.
I got a lot of
Oh,
more
but
mom
Artem, that
ideas.
was cute. We love you
that was
too.
actually
Just
really
know,
sweet.
That was
Mommy
really
and Tay
sweet.
are proud of you.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming on. And everyone, please make sure to vote for Charity. Look at, there's the name.
Chart
Charity.
him. You're about to say chart him.
There you go.
Please make sure to vote for Charity and Artem this coming Tuesday. Tune in. It's live on ABC and Disney Plus, and then you could catch them on Hulu the next day. But guess what? Dancing with Stars is all about votes. So get voting. Even if you can't tune in, you got 2 hours to vote. So make sure it's season 32 premiering this Tuesday. Charity and Artem, my love. Thank you both for coming on, and
Yes,
good
thank you,
luck.
guys.
Thank
We all will
you.
be watching.
Yes,
Thank you.
watching and voting.
Thank you for
Thank you,
having
guys.
us.
Oh, and the numbers to vote for them are in our bios, so make sure to head to that so you have the exact numbers, what to type in or where to type in to vote. And also you could check Charity out at Charity Lawson on IG.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.